Hi guys, you're welcome to another episode on Souls Media. This is Souls Media. In case you're not aware, turn on that notification button because this episode is going to be educating. It's a lifetime conversation which you're going to enjoy so much. Well, I can't take this alone to myself. You all need to be aware as well. And that is why I have here with me my beautiful guest. Oh my god, I can't wait for her to introduce herself. So let me take it to her while she introduces herself.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My name is Olaoluwa Olukrede Dumihe, and I'm very excited to be here.
We're so happy to have you
Very
too. By the way, you
excited to be
smell nice.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
I
you
need to
very
say that over
much.
and over again.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
So
you.
we are here to talk about personal hygiene, especially for the female aspect now. So I'm going to be asking you why you have so much interest in hygiene, female hygiene, personal hygiene specifically. Do you do you take interest in it because of, okay, this is what you want to take in as a profession, or because you just feel like, I think I need to educate a lot of people about what it really means to feel good within yourself?
Yeah, so I think the biggest reason why I'm particular about female hygiene and personal hygiene in general is because I want women to take care of themselves. I think that the way that you present yourself is the way that when people see you, that's the way that they will regard you. And so it's very important that we present ourselves in the best manner possible. And not just for women, but for everybody, but specifically women. I'm very particular about women because I don't think that women take care of themselves enough.
Okay. Can we say that an aspect of women now taking care of themselves, does it come from the aspect of smelling nice, using
Oh,
deodorant?
absolutely. Yes. So I don't just regard hygiene as putting on makeup and doing no. To me, it's everything. It's making sure that you're taking a shower properly, make sure you're washing all the parts of your body, making sure that you're smelling nice, you're using your deodorant, you're using your perfumes, you are making your hair because that could also be a source of,
Mm-hmm.
smells, you're washing your feet. All of those different things really
Okay.
add to personal
I've
hygiene.
lived with several people,
Yeah.
and I can tell that this personal hygiene on the knowledge varies.
Yes.
I used to live with some set of people back then where they only believe that the only way you can act personally clean is when you're going out and you use all
Mm,
sort of, fragrance just to stay,
yeah.
smell
But
nice to
when they're
people, for
in,
people to exactly.
yes.
So, and each time I tell them that actually it is better that you only make use of roll-on than using perfume,
Yeah.
and make sure you
Yes.
take care of your normal body.
Yes.
And then they will
Yes.
be like, oh no, if you don't use this, you don't use that, you're not trending, you're not smelling
Oh
nice. Yes, to
no.
an extent that if they're going outside to buy something,
Yeah.
they might
That's
not dress, they might not take their bait, but they will wear another clothes and
and
spray
spray.
like.
Oh my
So what would
goodness.
you say about that?
Okay, so first of all, that's terrible.
Of course,
That's so
actually.
terrible. But a big thing is it starts from within. So obviously it starts from what we eat and how we take care of ourselves. But taking a shower is probably the best way to get rid of
Of
physical
smell,
dirt and
unwanted odor.
yes, and we're in the part of the world where everyone is used to the African sponge, like they call it, and so that can exfoliate dead skin
Definitely.
off of the bodies. But so doesn't matter how much perfume or how much roll-on you use. If you don't shower, the perfume can only mask
For the
so
minutes
much.
or seconds, I be hour that
you
it's
know,
supposed to work for.
but not only are you wasting money because you're wasting your product,
Obviously.
but you're also adding more into your skin. So we don't realize that our skin is an organ. Our skin absorbs things around us, which is why when we go out, we can take a shower when we come back home because we can wash the
Yeah, yeah,
dirt
because
off.
of the yeah, yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So when we put on these perfumes and these roll ons, they can enter our skin and cause us damage. which is why some people have negative reactions.
In fact, there are a lot of diseases these days that
Yeah.
they mention, like
Yes.
their names are
I
even
will
uncommon
see-
for you
exactly.
to. Oh, so that's one of the things that
Yes,
can cause it
exactly.
as
So
well.
we have to be very, very, very careful of the chemicals that we put on our body, which is why you see a lot of people, emphasizing on putting ingredients on everything. But you can't have a. It's also a big thing. Is also just bacteria. Let's bring it down to the molecular level. Bacteria is all around us. There's good and bad bacteria,
Yes,
obviously.
yes.
But when you are putting a deodorant on a skin that has dirt and bacteria on it, now you're spreading the bacteria all over your body and also on the product. So when you want to use the product again, let's say now the person in question has taken a shower and is now clean, but you used it when
on dirty body.
The
same dirty
the
will
bacteria
stick in the mouth
exactly.
of that.
And now will now pass on to you that's clean. So that's why a lot of people can't shake off that infection, or they feel, or let's even talk about not washing your clothes properly, because that's also a big thing.
Yes.
You have showered, but maybe you didn't wash your clothes. You just,
especially the armpits,
the sweat and everything, and then the bacteria gets back on you, or especially your undergarments. Imagine not washing your undergarments or not washing yourself, and that's how bacteria spreads, not just around you, but around your house, around your children, your husband. So you have to be very careful of these things, especially in this day and age. It's very scary.
So let's take it back to that infection aspect, because I've been looking forward to us talking about that.
Yeah.
So talking about infection, it's possible for someone to be clean and still have infection.
Absolutely. There are different bacteria. There are different. Yeah, you can.
Thank God.
Yeah, you can definitely be. There are different ways that bacteria manifest themselves. So there's something called BV, where it's a pH imbalance in the body.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's more like yeast, but it's really important that, not, when you're having relations with somebody else, you might be clean, but it doesn't mean that that person is clean.
Okay, so we have people who have not even had anything with anyone, and they still battle infection.
Yes, because there is, like, for instance, like someone who is very clean, very good, and taking care of themselves, but they have a yeast infection, which is just a imbalance, a hormonal imbalance in the body, and it's just too, like, I don't have all the medical terms, or I can't remember all the medical terms, but it is very possible. So it's not about being hard on yourself. It's not about saying, oh, I'm dirty, or I didn't clean myself properly. It's really just taking the appropriate measures of taking care of yourself, right? Once you notice.
Because I feel that the major aspects that we only know about it when they say one have yeast infection, or you have staphylococcus, one have another kind of infection. People are not aware, because when they hear that, the first thing they will say is, you already have unprotected
sex. Yes. No, that's not the case.
Okay, so it will come from the aspect of, you already have unprotected sex, which is why you are having that kind of infection. So what would you say about that?
I think so I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not a medical professional.
Yeah, well, of course you have an idea of.
So I'm more on the healthcare administration side of things. But I think it's very important for us to not generalize things. And that's just, because you cannot say what this person is dealing with immediately stems from this one thing. I think that's such a very, like, narrow way of looking at life, right? If it's an STD or an STI, it's in the name. It's a sexually transmitted disease or a sexually transmitted infection. That is guaranteed. But there are other things that can affect the body that have nothing to do with sex.
Okay, there is this thing I was introduced to, because I can actually tell how many years it took me to battle infection. Like, when it all started, I always feel shy to tell people that, this is what I'm going through, because I'd visited about 5 different kind of hospitals, and they would tell me that, you don't do this, you don't do that. So why are you battling
Why?
with things like this? Sometimes
They're the ones that are asking you.
yes. Funny enough, I had met with a nurse who told me that why are you keeping yourself? I feel it's because you're keeping yourself. That's why you're having this kind of infection.
No.
Oh, you're not supposed. So
no,
when I heard that from her, she was like, "Oh, you're not supposed to be keeping yourself." Because it's the fact that okay, someone is keeping herself. That is why she is battling with infection coming from a nurse.
Yeah, no.
I could remember. So sometimes when I was in school, so it happens that okay, I have been going to the hospital. Okay, infection, because there are people that have flexible hormones.
Yes.
That any little thing, even whether they use public toilets or they do not, they will definitely
they will either have BV or yeast infection. And the thing about particularly those two things, BV and yeast infection, is that once you have it once, you're prone to it again.
And it's very very it's
I don't know.
Very
there's
hard
no science backing that ideology of it comes back, but that is my experience with it, is that most people that when they tell me, they're like, oh, once you get it once, that's it. You will be prone to it. You will probably get it again.
So that we will know that, because I'm so happy that we're talking about this.
Yeah.
And then when the nurse was going to tell, and she was like, no, you shouldn't be keeping yourself. And when I got home, I told my mom, and she was like,
that's nothing wrong.
And I was like, how could a nurse be advising like this?
Yes.
And many people who would have been, advised in that way, and they would have
gone, and they'll say, what am I holding for?
They would have gone the other way around.
It goes against their morals, their ethicals, their religion, and all of that stuff.
Exactly.
Absolutely, yes.
The thing, okay, so I was having a conversation with someone today, and then we were talking about, okay, guys are not wanting to go or raw deep with female because of the infection aspect and all of that. And then he was explaining to me that okay, there is this even one they call 69, and I'm like,
there's some I cannot tell you the amount of different things that are out in 2026. This I think last year exposed me to a level of like so many different things.
I'm yet to be exposed. And when I get
exposed, I mean like just social media.
Yeah,
like, social media
has
opened my eyes to so many different things.
I really don't want to be. I don't want to be exposed.
All the things I know about maybe like sexual wellness in a negative sense, I know unsolicited and unprovoked. I know somebody telling me on social media without me asking for it. You know when you're just doom scrolling.
Of course,
and I'm just like, I didn't need to know this information. I could have gone my entire life.
Of course, without not knowing it. And I feel that is what is killing.
Yeah.
So guys now don't always want to go raw with ladies because they mostly contact infection from ladies.
Yeah.
And we also have several of ladies who do not know that, okay, I'm not supposed to be wearing wet underwear.
Yes.
We have some people that, okay, they might not have enough, or we have people that do piling, wearing of undies, and when it's dirty, that's
bacteria when they know. Loves warm spaces.
Warm?
Yes. Anything that's warm, wet.
I think moist. I was told that the best way when I was trying to, treat my, the best way I was told is to always keep my undies in places that is warm, hot.
No, it should always be dry.
Like seriously,
it should always be dry. And we can look it up. I think we should look it up.
One thing now about life itself, educating and all of that. It is you knowing things for yourself.
Yeah. You can't have somebody give you. I believe in fact checking, and fact checking is so important in this day and age because there are so many people there are so many people that have opinions, and because they're eloquent and they speak properly. You take their opinions as facts, and it's not, and it's not supposed to be. Their opinions are not facts. So let's do a quick Google search and let's say, what is the best place for bacteria to grow? Let's, and Google is your friend.
Of course.
Google is free, and whether you use Google, you use Apple, you use Yahoo, whatever the case may be, the best, and so this is the information. This is what I'm getting from Google. It says
Wow.
the bacteria grows best in warm,
Warm,
moist environments,
rich
plenty
environment
with
with.
nutrients.
Can you
It is
imagine?
often called the danger zone. So, in things like meat, dairy, eggs that have moisture and have, like they thrive in all of those places.
Wow, I'm just
So,
getting to know that right now. Like they will tell me that when you wash, make sure that it's not too, it's not in a cool place, it's not too
oh
warm.
no,
Just
no, no,
put
no,
in.
no, 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 no. And that's probably added more to your stress.
Exactly. Now I am getting to, because
Yeah.
it took a lot, and I'm grateful to God that finally, eventually, I am over it. But there are also a lot of people out there.
Yes.
And then this is much more reason why it has now given all those people who now deals much more in herbs.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
another way to also get rid of infection now, it is going to the herbs people that can, give them
all these different things.
and they use.
But
and
also those things are very scary because you don't know what they put in there. Let's be honest.
True.
They know what they put in there, but you don't know. And so it's very important for us to be very careful. You don't just take what you don't know, because there are certain. I'm not negating herbs, because I think medicines are also made from herbs.
Of course.
Right?
But they are into process.
Yes, but they are checked. They are checked. They have been watched. They have been monitored. They have been, there are different ways that we check them. We can't ask that we put all these different leaves together. They can go and check. If let's say you're trying to have a baby, for instance, or you're pregnant, or, there's so many different ways that women have to be particular about what they put in them, what they put in their body, what they put on themselves, what they eat, what they wear, how they take care of themselves.
We also have this kind of people who believes that they don't like to wear pants. They would rather wear.
So what happens when
trouser.
They sweat?
They would rather, if they want to put on trousers, they would rather wear it without any undies, unless they are on their period. That is when they put on trousers. So they will say, oh, because of it.
You're going to be hot regardless. It has nothing to do with. So let's take Lagos, for example, right? So let's just take the country as a whole. Most of the country tends to be warm, right? We're not in the Western world where it tends to be cold. We're here where it tends to be warm.
Over hot. It looks like we're in the part of the air fire.
Exactly. It looks like they open the door and they never close it back. So I think in this regard, it's very important for us to know that you just have to know what works for you. If you don't want to wear underwear,
it's your choice.
It's your choice. It's not my preference, but I'm not gonna yick your yak, as some people like to say. If you like it, I love it for you.
We are not gonna yick your yak.
If you like it, I love it. But okay, so then you're rubbing against the genes, which might cause ingrown hairs for certain people, which might cause bruises for certain people, because you have to realize that your private parts are very sensitive.
Delicate.
It's very delicate, and you should treat it as such. I mean, if we're going to go into the religion aspect, I would say I'm a Christian. And as a child of God, I believe that cleanliness is linked to godliness.
Of course.
And your body is the temple of Christ. And so you wouldn't want to walk into a dirty temple. And so you should treat your body as such. And so, it really depends on what your preferences are. Also, there's nature versus nurture. The way that you are raised also has a huge impact on
of course,
you as a person. If you come from a home where your mom likes to do certain things a certain way, and this is the way that you were raised, it's very hard to unlearn. But I also believe that as an adult,
you should know how to take care of yourself properly. So I realized that people who are pregnant these days give birth to all kind of children.
We're in a different age and time, and so we're going into a whole different conversation now. We're talking about ethics in the sense where
why I am saying this is that let's talk about, we have many pregnancy women now who are fine. They are tested fine in the process of the pregnancy, and they usually take infection injections. Then what happens when they give birth to autism?
So autism is we have this thing in America where they're battling autism. They're finding that more kids are there's a high rise in autistic kids, and what I appreciate about African countries, and let's say Nigeria in specific, is that we're starting to recognize that autistic kids exist.
Yeah, because I
They're
mean,
not they're not bad behaved
I've
kids.
actually gone online to search, okay, what is really the cause? Because
Yeah.
we used to have fibroid being hereditary.
Yeah.
We used to have a lot of all these
Yeah.
internal.
It's
Maybe
genetic.
is also
I mean, a lot of times we find that it's very genetic. It's in the
really,
genes, right? So, like I said, in the Western world, we have this issue where there's like
because
a huge
infection
rise.
cannot cause that.
No, it doesn't. That's not
That
the
is
case.
why I am talking about it, because if we are
That's not the
truly
case.
talking about infection now, there are many things that infection had bet in us
Yes.
that we are not aware.
Well, so that's why they tell women to be very careful. You don't eat raw fish. You be very careful about the things that you eat, because
in this
that could
Lagos,
cause-
never.
that could cause like birth defects, but those are physical birth defects. Maybe the brain is not getting developed properly if you don't eat
Functioning.
properly, or there's so many different things that we look at when we talk about how women should take care of themselves when they're pregnant. But autism is not a result of infection. Autism
okay.
is hereditary, or not really hereditary, because we can't say it goes from one
Generation to
to
another.
another.
It looks
But
like
it
once
is
in
it is
off.
genetic, right?
Wow.
So there's this thing where we have a leader of a free world that said, "Oh, people should not take Tylenol, which is our paracetamol, because it causes autism."
Really? Do you know how many people would have given birth to autism?
So autistic,
if that
you know,
is really what it's no.
and to be honest, paracetamol is probably one of the only medications that
Yes,
pregnant
now.
women can take for pain, because that's one of the only things that's safe for pregnant
For
women.
them.
So now you're not saying that women should just suffer.
That's weird. That's wickedness.
You know, they shouldn't take anything for their pain because they're afraid that it's going to cause. But some people will believe that oh, because I took paracetamol, I took Tylenol, that's why my kid might come out autistic. It doesn't work that way, which is why I advocate. I really, really want women to educate themselves. Don't take opinions
From
as
anybody.
facts. Don't take opinions and say, because this person said it with so much vigor. Do you know how many bloggers on Instagram have said so many different
Do
things?
you even know how many bloggers
How many
that are
people
beside
they've
your
killed
room, in your
in
house? Because
How
it's
many
what
people?
you hear.
How many people they've killed with their mouths, and the
Yeah.
person is well and alive in their house?
So the best thing now is that we are talking about you being clean for yourself
Yeah.
alone. Not even because of you wanting to go and meet any guy anywhere just to entice him. It is you being clean, smelling nice for yourself. Take your bath regularly.
Yeah.
I have some people who will say that it doesn't even matter if I do not bath in a day, as much as I smell nice. And to myself, I really do not like fragrance.
That's a very Western. I don't know when this Western ideology of not showering every day started to creep into African countries.
People who bath in the morning. They believe that once they have bath in the morning till the next day.
Interesting.
Because they will.
So here's one of the reasons why I think that's very interesting, because in other parts of the world it's cold, or it tends to be cooler. I should say cooler should be the word. It's cooler. You're sweating, but you're not
Depending on the environment you are.
Yes, you're not doing the rigorous amount of work.
We can't compare outside to Nigeria.
That's the thing.
Imagine you that you have gone to Oshodi with different kind of people eating your body and all of that, and you come back to the house and you tell yourself, "Oh, I'm tired."
With the sweat and the bacteria and everything, and that warm. Remember, we said bacteria grows in warm, moist places.
Yes, so
with the bacteria that has now, and so now you've now taken that and now transferred it to your bed sheets and your pillows. And then you're one, and apart from people who have hormonal acne, I have hormonal cystic acne that comes from within. Apart from people like that, you now have people who have gone to the market, they've done all the day's work, and instead of coming home to wash the grime off their body, they just lie down and sleep. And now the bacteria on their body has now gone to their pillows, everything,
and all of that.
And then you're wondering why you're having back acne and pimples and all over your face, and rashes and fungus. Also, fungus also grows in warm, moist places. Fungus and bacteria.
That's a lot, actually. That's a lot. So we are imploring you guys that important that you do not listen or pick up people's opinion for your self-interest. Do your research. In fact, the word that we have today in this 2026, so many of the things that have been involving is that know anything for yourself.
Yeah, know
not for the
thyself,
sake of, okay,
yes.
this person says this, that person says this. Know yourself for yourself.
Absolutely.
It's good to be clean. I always tell people that you might not even smell exceptionally, but please, you see deodorant, that roll-on,
it's very important.
it's very, very, don't buy
very important.
Go and keep that money for pef.
Please,
to buy roll-on,
because you cannot be outside. I mean, public spaces.
So I don't breathe though. Once I perceive,
you will be outside. You will not brush your teeth. You will not use deodorants. You will not wash your clothes.
And
you are a full adult. You're not a child.
There was one time I wrote on my status. I wrote work on your. I wrote body odor, and I worked on it. I said, do you guys realize what I just did? I just worked on my body odor. There are some people that when they talk, when you look at the down part of their teeth,
I mean, leaving the house or being at home, you're not washing the grime off of your teeth. People lose teeth.
There are a lot of people that I have seen that I can tell when they talk, the down part of their teeth, the
gum has been,
accumulates.
Yes,
I'm pained.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to get my words missing. Like seriously, it just, I feel so bad that are they not seen? Don't they check mirror? Like they talk, I won't breathe. Let the breeze of that word just pass by.
I will be very honest with you. There are some people I don't say hi to.
Because of their mouth
odor. I can't. I say hi to them from a distance. Hello, hi. Because I'm very particular to smells. It
enunciates me. There's this stomach pains I have when I perceive
particular to smells. All of my senses are working 100% at all times. I'm not one of those people that their senses are dull. I'm very particular about smells. And you know, you're going into maybe like, for instance, you're getting on a BRT, for example, where you have to hold,
and somebody is this. You too, you can relate, right? Because I honestly can relate.
I mean, and the smell and the whole bus. Have you ever encountered somebody who walks into a room and their smell has taken over everywhere? The fragrance in the room no longer works.
The funny thing is that
the AC is not enough.
I honestly can relate to everything. I will just stop breathing. No matter how many minutes that person is staying, I'm going to hold it now.
I will excuse myself.
Exactly. I thought I'm the only one that used to do that.
Too much. You have to, as a woman, you have to. I can't speak for men because I'm not a man.
Please, I think you need to give your remarks.
I can't, but for women, it is very, very important for us to take care of ourselves. Whether young women, whether older women, whether you're a teenager, it doesn't matter. It is very important for you to brush your teeth, for you to take a shower. Even, you will wear 30-inch bone straight. And you will not wash it.
Okay.
We're in the age where friends borrow clothes. You wear your friends' clothes, you will not wash. I don't understand the logic. Or, people are in the age where they're not taking care of themselves. They're entering premenopause early because they're not going to, or let's say, for instance, you're going to the clinic, you're checking, you're doing your annual physical, you're doing all these different things, and you're having doctors and nurses telling you different things.
Truth of it is that Nigerian people, even me, I can relate. We are so choked with a lot. We have financial aspects, emotional aspects to sustain. Things. So we now having that time to go to the hospital that, okay, no, so I've come to come and check my menopause today. That time is not there. Unlike it is outside the country, it's not here in Nigeria.
It's really hard, and that's why I'm pointing it out, because I know it's really hard to take care of yourself in Nigeria. But you have to try, because remember, you only have one life.
Yes.
You only have one body. Once this body breaks down, that is
That's the
it.
end.
That is it. And we have to be grateful to God that we're not in the hospital bed.
Yeah.
We're not in the
It's
mortuary.
worth it.
So this one life that we have to live, we have to take
Actually,
care of it. We have to take care of our bodies. Because if you don't take care of you, who will?
nobody, you and yourself alone.
That's it.
All right, it's been an amazing time. Don't ask me because I'm not going to tell you. I know you should get this by yourself. It's been an amazing time, and I'm super excited that this really
Yeah.
happened. And I know that I'm not the only one that is going to enjoy this. You also, you are going to enjoy it.
Absolutely.
This is me telling you guys again that if you have not turned on that notification button, please do. Please. And to get updated about every of our latest posts, you need to update yourself. You need to click on that notification button. Share us to your village people, your friends and your family. Tell your friend
Your
to
friends,
tell a
your
friend
enemies.
that there is
Oh.
Souls Media. Please follow us on our platforms.
Yeah.
We are so grateful for following us all of this while and still keep continuing not to stop following us. Please let me not blow grammar for you people. Thank you so much. And it was a nice time, like I said earlier.
Absolutely.
And this is where we're going to be telling you that we love you all. And look out for the next episode. Yeah, so we say bye.